Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, from 1985. We're going to watch something called 86, actually. Timothy Dalton in The Doctor and the Devils. Let's check it out.
I must work towards that end.
Timothy Dalton plays Dr. Rock.
That end justifies any means.
Lovely grave robbers.
Well, who's this Dr. Rock?
He buys the stuff.
What store?
Bodies.
So we have some grave robbers. This place takes place in the 1800s in England. These guys are robbing graves and selling them to Dr. Rock, who uses them in his knowledge of medicine. These two guys watching want to get in on it, so they scare their horses away, so they run after it. And meanwhile, they're going to go steal that body and sell it themselves.
It's gone. Where? Well, he can't have run away, can he? Dr. Rock, 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 Dr. Rock.
Right from the river after the fishes have been at it. Dr. Rock needs fresh bodies.
You'll pay them, sir?
Only half.
3 sovereigns, no more.
There's a local idiot named Billy who has an accident. They were going to cut off his leg, but Dr. Rock came in and said, wait, I can fix this.
It's the superficial circumflex iliac.
So he saves Billy's leg.
Do you realize the progress that could be made in medicine if we were to be given free access to what? Teaching material, bodies. But the law says... The law says...
You need to be contemptuous of a celebration that's been planned in your own honor. I hear the medical faculty is going to investigate you. Your whole professional life may be at stake.
This is his wife, Elizabeth. She draws pictures of the human anatomy to help him out in his practice. Here's Jenny, a local prostitute, played by Twiggy. Julian Sands plays Dr. Murray, Dr. Rock's assistant.
I didn't come here to...
He likes her. Those two guys decide this is a good business, so let's kill somebody and send Dr. Rock a fresh corpse.
This one, I'm Robert Phantom. Broom, sir.
Dr. Rock is happy with a fresh body.
Best material I've had in years. With the kidneys of a sheep.
Dr. Rock has some enemies, including Patrick Stewart. He's been telling his class that this is a sheep, but it's really a human body.
I shall confront them with the incontrovertible proof that Dr. Thomas Rock has access to bodies that do not come from the hangman.
Dr. Rock doesn't even lie about it.
Evident, since my quota of subjects from the hangman has long since run out, if I am to continue my work, human bodies must be obtained illegally. So we are scientists, for God's sake, not self-serving model hypocrites and penny pill pushers. It is our duty to improve the quality of human life.
I'd like you to
Billy's sister wants to give him a gift.
Thank you for what you've done. Billy's walking ever so well now.
She's a prostitute also. Meanwhile, our killers find somebody else to kill. This old man,
Away with your father. Have your money ready, we'll be back.
who's basically a vagrant.
By Fallon and Broom, he is dead.
By the way they spilled that gut froth, I'm not surprised.
It isn't the gin, sir. It's Fallon and Broom. They've delivered nearly a dozen bodies, and each time it's the same story, young or old. They're never diseased. There are never any signs of violence on the bodies.
I'm a whore. But I don't want to be your whore.
Dr. Murray really likes Jenny, but he just got rejected.
Please don't come back again.
Meanwhile, our two killers, Fallon and Broom, continue their routine.
Give it to her, Fallon. Give it to her. Do it, Fallon. Do it. Quick. Quick.
Broom wants to be done with this.
Run for it. Now, why there's time?
What do you mean run for it? There's work to be done. Money to be made. And them two girls...
They've knocked out Jenny and Billy's sister.
For the money, Fallon.
There's some madness in you. You can't wait to get your hands on them.
No, bro, it's the money,
Well, not for you, fella, not anymore.
They couldn't sell that old lady because they ended up choking her with their own hands, and then it would look suspicious, so they dumped her down a sewer, where she's now discovered.
Strange piece of luck.
He just killed
You're a rotten, lying murderer.
Billy's sister.
And if I wasn't told to pay you and keep me mouth shut, I'd have known you were this minute. Knock it out.
And Dr. Rock takes a look at her. He recognizes her as the woman who gave him the little trinket, the ring. Thanks for saving her brother, Billy.
Tom! Tom!
He thinks Jenny's next now. And he's right.
Who brought her in?
Where is he now? He said he'd come back with another one.
No more.
Jenny wakes up, though.
No more call. It's a blessing I'm giving you.
How about a drink, Pat? You can't deny me a drink.
Now, you swine! Tell me where she is or I'll choke you. She's in the cockpit.
Dr. Murray comes into the cockfighting pit. Beats him up and breaks his arm before he can kill Jenny.
He accuses you of paying Fallon to murder. Now, why should he say a thing like that?
Broom has turned king's evidence against Fallon in front of the medical commission.
I take full responsibility for my actions. Good day, gentlemen.
Black grape, I believe him, I'm just lying.
Fallon's going to be hanged. Broom is let free.
I know I'm not hanged, but it's not me. Father Almighty, please, grab your metal, please, take it off, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Did I set myself up as a god over death? Did I set myself up over pity? Oh my God. I knew what I was doing.
Alright, let's talk about The Doctor and the Devils. It's a movie that I originally recorded. It came on cable back around 1988, 89, in that range or so. Taped it. I never watched it. I probably thought it was a horror movie in some sort, so it has a good title, so I taped it. It's not a horror movie at all. It's basically it's kind of based on a true story that happened in the 1800s about a doctor who wanted to work on corpses, just to learn more, get more knowledge. It was all legitimate in that respect, but laws prevented him from using bodies except bodies that were put to death by hanging, criminals and such. He couldn't get like real corpse or other, just regular corpses that just died. So he ends up illegally paying for corpses from like grave robbers and such. However, these other two guys find out about it, and they start killing people and giving them to the doctor as well. The doctor feigns ignorance, and I think we're led to believe that he didn't know that they were actually murdering people. Timothy Dalton plays the doctor. So they provide him fresh corpse after fresh corpse. Eventually, word gets around, and they start to get suspicious, and ultimately they're caught. The two guys are caught, and one of the guys turns state's evidence on the other guy, because it was the other guy who actually did the actual murdering. This guy just kind of watched and participated, or just kind of watched, but nonetheless, that's not good either. But anyway, he turned state evidence, and they let him go free, but they accuse the doctor of paying them to murder people, which isn't quite true. He did pay them for the bodies, but he didn't actually tell them to go out and murder. So the doctor isn't brought up on charges either. The movie ends with the one guy being hung. The other guy is free, and then the doctor kind of just leaves town and walks away, and that's the end of it. So anyway, this movie, I saw it once before in the early 90s, I think, early to mid-90s I watched it, and I think at the time, late 90s, I don't know. But anyway, I think I was kind of bored by it. I really didn't care for it much, but today I actually watched and I paid attention to it. You know what? It's actually a pretty decent film, but you do have to pay attention to it. It's a UK film. It's got a decent cast. Timothy Dalton, Julian Sands, Stephen Ray, Patrick Stewart, Twiggy. I have 4 Twiggy movies. How about that? How many people can say that? But anyway, that's the film. It actually is pretty decent. There's a couple of nude scenes thrown in because Twiggy is a whore. She's works in a brothel, so there's a couple of nude scenes there. Not from her, but from another actress. And Yeah, it's pretty decent, actually. Again, I want to read up on the real story now to figure out what truly happens here. But anyway, this movie was put out by Scream Factory on Blu-ray. It's kind of an odd entry for them. Scream Factory does great work, but it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a strange entry for them. But anyway, it's good. I'm glad they did put it out there. So anyway, it's called The Doctor and the Devils. It's a pretty decent Blu-ray. It's got some extras on here, some commentary by the author. I'm not sure if that's a book or what, but the trailer's on here. You know, Mel Brooks, of all people, was the executive producer for this film. There too. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. It's called The Doctor and the Devils. Watch it. Bye.